ladies and gentlemen, there's no other place we can start this but with the sad news of the passing of Gerard Houllier at 73 years of age. Look, a lot of younger viewers might not remember Gerard Houllier, but I certainly will, and I'll be making a video, I suppose, maybe later on tonight with my thoughts on Gerard Houllier and what he meant to me personally. But I just want to start off the stream, obviously, by sending our condolences to Gerard's family. It is another tragic loss, unfortunately, in the year of 2020, which has been a right kick in the nuts to everybody. And this really has saddened me. Gerard Houllier played a very, very important role in Liverpool's development. Almost professionalising the club to an extent, getting rid of that drinking culture that was there beforehand and delivering that treble in 2001. And look, we all have our favourite Gerard Houllier moments, but for me it will always be Gary McAllister pinching those few yards and scoring that free kick against Everton to get us into the Champions League that year as well and win the game. It was unbelievable. It was one of many memories that I'll always have of Gerard Houllier. And look, it is a tremendously sad day for the football club, for Liverpool supporters around the world. Of course, we can't forget Aston Villa supporters here as well, and of course everybody over in France. So it's an extremely sad day, ladies and gentlemen, on that behalf. And yeah, it's gotten to me a little bit, to be honest. He's somebody who I hold in the highest of esteem, and it was lovely today to see people across the world of football paying their tributes to a man that was not only an excellent manager and along with Arsene Wenger, a visionary for the sport in England especially, just a damn fine person, and somebody who will always, anyone who's had the pleasure of interacting with Gerard would have had nothing but good things to say about him. And I've been spending the day reading these stories and articles from people as well, and it's a very, very sad day for the sport. And as I said, maybe a lot of younger people, I know Connor, the other half of this channel, as an example, he wasn't around for Gerard Houlier's time at Liverpool. I certainly was, and that treble, that game against Alaves where we scored the goal and nobody quite knew if that was the end of the match. The players were a little bit confused, and again, that was in Dortmund Stadium, which, you know, a little bit of history there with Kloppo coming down the line as well. Then of course we have the FA Cup, the League Cup, and Champions League qualification. So many other things that Gerard Houllier did. Bring in Stefan Honcho, Sami Hyypiä, Didier Hamann, just as well as bringing through Steven Gerrard, turning Jamie Carragher into the man and the player that he is. And I could go on and on and on, ladies and gentlemen, talking about Gerard Houllier. And I hate to start a stream on a bad or sad note, but it is the obvious place to start tonight's stream. And again, if you guys have any of your favourite memories, if you're watching this back later on, or maybe you're in the live chat now, please do feel free to share those memories of Gerard. And again, I'm aiming at people probably my age and older at this point, because it was a difficult situation that Gerrard arrived into, obviously with the Liverpool legend and Roy Evans that was there, and they had that co-managerial situation that didn't quite work out. But whenever we talk about that, we have to be, of course, immensely respectful to Roy Evans, who as always was a complete gentleman during that process. And Gerrard took over then, and you know, there were some misses, there was some pluses. Obviously El Hadj Diouf didn't work out too well for us when he came in, but I like to think of all the positive moments for Gerard Houllier. And look, I suppose all our minds will think back to that night against Roma, a game that we had to win by 2-0. The crowd had no idea that Gerard Houllier was going to show up, and I don't think Fabio Capello had any idea either. But then Gerard Houllier came out a couple of minutes before kick-off, embraced Fabio Capello, who was the Roma manager at the time, and we went on to win the game 2-0. And I think Mr. Capello still says to this day that if Gerard Houllier didn't arrive that night, Liverpool probably wouldn't have gone through, and you could hear it coming through in the stands. I mean, the man almost gave his life for our club, quite literally. I think it was against Leeds, if I remember correctly, where at half time he felt uncomfortable, and the club doctor wouldn't let him go out for the second half rightly, and I made him go to hospital. And Gerrard spoke in a brilliant interview with Simon Hughes on The Athletic. If you get a chance to read it, Simon Hughes wrote a wonderful article talking about his interview with Gerard Houllier, and Gerrard, you know, lays out that whole day and how there were a number of factors that went in his favour that day. And look, it was a mere 5 months after that bypass operation, which Gerrard, by the way, believes was not down to stress, but down to genetics, and that is the arteries in his family. Apparently his family have smaller arteries or something, I'm not sure, I'm not a medical expert, but yeah, that was a special night when he came back just 5 months after having that operation on his heart, where he was told to take 11 to 12 months out minimum. And the man gave everything for Liverpool Football Club, and should and will always be remembered as a true great of this football club. So, Gerard, we salute you. We're saddened that you're passing, mate. And again, lots of love to everybody out there. And of course, we can't forget the Aston Villa family as well, who Gerard Houllier. I think even delivered actually the first French league title for Paris Saint-Germain, if my memory is correct on that one. You think about Clairefontaine and what he did there as well with the French team. You could go on and on about Gerard Houlier's work. Always had a smile, always had something nice to say, and dearly, dearly loved the city of Liverpool, where he worked as a teacher when he was younger. Before he even went into football, he worked, I think, he calls it the Liverpool 8 area in the interview with Simon Hughes, and he worked there, and just had so many positive things about the man. I mean, I could ramble on here, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, for 20 minutes, but I do realise that we have a show to get through. But I just wanted to share my thoughts really quickly on Gerard, some of the good memories, of course, and I'm sure each of you have your own. So look, I'll go over to the chat before I move on, because I know you guys are going to want to have something. Emile Heskey as well, Neil Davey said, yeah, he did bring Emile through when he said that. If Emile Heskey had believed in himself as much as Gerard believed in him, he could have been an even better player. Again, lovely to see the screen full of love hearts and that there today as well. Nice words from Owen and Danny Murphy today. Very genuine to Jeremy Kinsler. There were, and of course, there were lovely words from Jamie Carragher and Stephen Gerrard. And look, it's just a sad day for the sport. Even Sir Alex Ferguson, I say even, but they were very friendly. There was one situation where he said he even received a phone call from Sir Alex Ferguson around the Paul Ince situation, saying to him that it was probably the right move to move Paul Ince on at that time to, free up power in the dressing room, because they thought Paul Ince had a bit too much control at that time, and so many other bits and pieces as well. You will not find anyone who would ever say anything bad about Gerard Houllier, because he's a gentleman. And I'm just saddened that I never had the chance personally, being a little bit selfish, to meet him. But yeah, may he rest in peace. Absolutely love the man to bits, and what he did for our football club should always be remembered, 100%. And again, so sad today. Really am. It's I'm not really an emotional person about these things, but I really did think very highly of Mr. Gerard Houllier. So again, may he rest in peace, and his legacy in football will be cemented forever as one of the real visionaries of the game. So again, I could keep talking, but I'm going to carry on. And RIP, legend Gerard Houllier, I'll never walk alone. Puskas is a god said Istanbul wouldn't have happened without him. Very true, very, very true. A lot of the players that won us that Champions League were players that Gerard Houllier brought in. And Rafa Benitez, of course, he had a massive part to play in that as well. Let's not forget that. It's hit me harder than I thought it would. I'll tell you how my day started today. I woke up this morning and I looked at my phone, and I had a message from Lee Chappie. You know Lee Chappie, Leicester City fan, good friend of mine, absolute top bloke. If you don't know who he is, he's the Jamie Vardy lookalike. So I had a message on my phone from Lee Chappie. I say I woke up this morning. You know that's a lie. I woke up this afternoon, because I only go to bed about 6 or 7 a.m. So I woke up, I looked at my phone, and I had a message from Lee Chappie, and it said, really sorry to hear about the massive loss for your club, mate. Hope you're okay. And I had no idea what was going on, and I looked at my phone and I thought, oh no, please. And immediately my brain went to Sir Kenny Dalglish, and I was thinking, oh please, no. So I opened up my phone, went to Sky Sports News straight away, opened it, and I see that Gerard Houllier has passed away, and my heart sunk. It just hit me like a brick in the face. So yeah, the day didn't get off to the greatest of starts today, but again, shows you what a gentleman Lee Chappie is, by the way. Like that, reaching out. It's one of the reasons I hold the guy in such high esteem. Check out his channel, Chappie TV, as well, if you haven't. Great Leicester City fan, top bloke, makes great content as well.